The world today is a very dangerous place. It's full of madmen, muggers, terrorists, criminals, drug addicts. I'm Harry Hurt III from the New York Times, and I'm here to learn a self-defense method that works for a New York state of mind and a post-9/11 state of menace.
Okay, again. 1, 2.
It's called Kichwando, which means the way of the spirit fist. It combines elements of Oriental martial arts, Native American ground fighting, and old-fashioned barroom brawling. But according to founder and master John Perkins, Kichwando isn't about sport. It's about survival.
Kichwando is not choreographed in any way, shape, or form. Most martial arts are based on particular dance-like movements, but in reality, things happen too quickly, so I developed Kichwando so that it can actually react to the real chaos of fighting in the street.
Master Perkins speaks from experience. He started training in martial arts with his father, who is part Cherokee, at the age of 5. He went on to a 22-year career in law enforcement, including 6 years of street duty in some of the most violent sections of Yonkers.
We had only a 500-man department at the time, and the FBI said at that time we should have had 1,200 people. So you can imagine that we had just had chaotic situations. The fights were just unbelievable. In those days, everything was far more wild than today. So I got quite a bit of real-life experience in the streets.
With his bushy beard and 285-pound bulk, Master Perkins looks more like Luciano Pavarotti than Jackie Chan. Turns out, he's a part-time opera singer. But Kichwando training isn't just theatrics. The point is to learn how to defend yourself in a real life or death confrontation.
Someone's trying to take you down in the street, there's no reason to be sportsmanlike at all.
Master Perkins is going to show me a few ways to defend myself that are quick to learn and easy to remember.
And that's it. Bring yourself right back. Bring your hands right back to position.
But his first advice is to confront no one and to avoid dangerous situations.
First rule of self-defense is don't fight. If you can get away from a situation, assuming your awareness is up and you see something coming down the pike, you can get out of the situation.
Advanced Kichwando classes teach you how to fight armed attackers, but my class is about what to do when your attackers are unarmed. According to Master Perkins, that's the case in almost 80% of assaults. If a confrontation is unavoidable, he says, anything goes.
Right, someone's trying to submit, you put your finger in their eyeball and let them submit first. You can't take a chance with that.
One of the first techniques I learn is the Jack Benny move, where I assume the posture of the late comedian, affecting a look of meekness.
Basically, all it is if I'm talking to somebody, I don't want to seem aggressive to them. I'm not going to stand there in a stance or.
But that puts me in a position to explode like a warrior. The sequence of strikes is chop, palm, knee.
Chop, palm, knee.
Yep.
Chop, palm, knee. Chop, palm, knee.
Oh, beautiful. That's it.
It may not look like much when you're first learning, but it can be lethal if you know what you're doing. Students practiced against 2 or 3 assailants at a time.
Go.
There's plenty of yelling to intimidate your adversaries and to help you unleash your inner animal. Of course, you can't always stay on your feet during a fight. If you get knocked down, Master Perkins has an answer for that based on Native American ground fighting.
Here we want to focus our kicks on actually being effective against moving targets that are going to be possibly potentially dangerous.
I'm sensing a testosterone overload in the room until I spot Colleen Good, a fitness trainer who's been studying and teaching Kichwando for 15 years.
Colleen, how did you get into self-defense training? What moved you to do this?
Well, I was attacked in college, and I felt so vulnerable after that I said there's no way that I'm ever going to let this happen again. So,
tell me about what it's like for a woman. Is this something that a woman can use, or is this just for men?
Well, usually when I teach a class, I will inform the girls that you're going to leave here knowing a lot more information than you know now, just to develop some confidence in knowing how to handle themselves in a street situation.
Keechwando is popular with professional bodyguards, bouncers, and police officers, but it also works for average weekend golfers.
I'm here with Gary Abatelli. He's an instructor in Keechwando. Tell me, Gary, what's the benefit of this discipline?
Well, it's empowerment. It has less to do with technique. It's more to do with empowerment. If your child was being hit, or your mother, how would you protect your mother? You would immediately rip at the eyes and just go totally berserk on the person. But when it comes to yourself, we all have trouble defending ourselves. So what we do here is teach the people to fight like they were taking care of somebody they loved.
It's like an animal.
Like an animal, exactly.
So you're going to bring out my inner animal, right?
Exactly.
My inner animal.
By the end of my first Keechwando class, I'm worn to a sweaty frazzle. In its purest form, Keechwando is a great workout. It's also more fun and more practical than pumping iron or riding an exercise bike.
After 2 hours of Keechwando training, I'm no self-defense master like some of these guys, but I sure feel like I can take better care of myself in this big bad world of ours. I'm Harry Hurt III for the New York Times.